Hi, this is Miss S with another project. This particular project can be a little bit tricky, so I'm going to create two videos to show you how to complete it. And there are a lot of skills and actually technique that are linked to this project. So let me show it to you right now. Okay, as you can see, this is a sunset with some trees and some wildlife. Now, what we're going to concentrate on with the first video is we're going to do the background. We all know what background is, right? The sky. I'm going to teach you how to do the sunset by using technique. Now, in a previous video, we talked about tinting and shading. When we tint something, we add white to it to make it a different type of color. When we shade a color, we're going to add black. Now, in this particular project, we're going to shade. And we're also going to learn about warm colors because this project is all about warm colors and shading. And another skill we're going to learn is silhouettes. I think I've talked about that in the past, but I'm going to show this to you again. Now, if you go outside right before the sun sets, you're not going to be able to see things clearly. They're going to look dark, kind of blackish. You won't be able to see any detail on items. That's what's called a silhouette. So you're going to see a silhouette, for example, of a tree. It's black. You can see the branches, but you cannot see individual needles or leaves. It's just a silhouette because of the lighting behind it. Everybody understand that? Silhouettes. And now, if you look at the sky, the background, it's darker at the top, and I know we've talked about this before, boys and girls. Darker at the top, and as the sky comes down, and the sun is actually setting right now, the sky gets lighter. So this is basically orange. Orange is a warm color. I did put a little bit yellow in here. Yellow is a warm color. It represents warmth, kind of like a fire. Warm colors are red, orange, yellow. Those are your primary warm colors. It makes you feel nice and toasty. But anyway, this area up here, I used orange and a little bit of black to shade the sky in this particular project. Okay, so let's get started. And of course, we're going to start with the background. I have one done here. This is what it's going to look like without the trees. And I'm going to show you how to do this right now. Now, I started with some orange construction paper. You're going to get orange, neon yellow, neon orange, and black. Remember, we use black for shading. And in a previous project, we used white for tinting. Remember, tint and shade. They create different effects in art. Okay, I'm going to start. We are going to need a little plate to do some mixing of the colors. Now I'm going to pour the orange on the little plate or palette. That's an artistic name for a little plate, a palette. A place where you mix colors. Put a good portion of orange, the regular orange, out there, not the neon yet. And then I'm going to take my brush, and I'm using a wider brush for this project. You can borrow one from me. Okay. Now, I want to make sure you all see that I'm mixing the color. I'm going to take some black and just open it for now. I'm going to apply the orange paint all the way across the top, just like that. Then I'm going to dip my brush in the black, and I don't want too much black. And I'm going to mix it on my palette or my plate and make kind of a brownish color. And then I'm going to do some swirlies, kind of like I'm doing the letter U, and then some straight brush strokes. But you want to use a very broad brush. And I'm also going to add some more orange. And if you noticed, I did not clean my brush. And at this point, I really don't need to. So I'm going to add a little more black and go over again the top because I don't feel as though it's shaded enough. Okay, now I like what I have. Now see, it's not that hard to do this, boys and girls. I know you can do this. Okay, now I'm going to clean off my brush a little bit in the water. I'm going to wipe it on the paper towel. Then I'm going to get my neon orange ready. I'm not going to put that just yet on the palette or the plate. I'm going to apply some neon orange onto the picture. Because you want to do this, boys and girls, quickly before it dries. Now I'm going to go back and use the orange that's on the palette and kind of do some squiggly lines with it. And then I'm going to put some more of the neon orange on here. But you notice I haven't cleaned my brush yet, just once. I'm going to bring that all the way down. Okay. Not so hard so far, is it? This is technique. Technique is how you go about painting something or drawing something to make it look the way you want it to look. That's a technique. Now I just cleaned my brush and I'm going to open the neon yellow. And I'm going to take some of the yellow and I'm going to streak it across the neon orange. Just like that. Just a little bit. And then I might do a little stripe of it right in the middle here, near the bottom. Okay, clean the brush again. Wipe it on the paper towel. Now I'm going back to my palette or my plate, whatever you have, and I'm going to finish up here with this tinted orange. I'm going to add a little more. And I think I'll dip some neon orange into the regular orange on the palette. Put that down. Okay. And I'm done. Does everybody see that? Wasn't that hard to do, was it? Okay. Now I'm going to set this aside to dry. And in the next video, boys and girls, I'm going to show you how to apply the silhouettes of the trees and some wildlife onto the finished sky. Okay? I'll be back with the next portion of the project. See you soon.